Hey, have you ever been or felt trapped in a situation where you thought the only way past was to power through or push back or plow over the obstacles in the way? I have learned that, not surprisingly, strength as a strategy is often not the best game plan. And one might think, right? I was reminded of this lesson from a Hulk-like attempt to conquer my opponent in my early days training Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I mean, this particular moment I'm thinking about was full-on Hulk-looking. I even had the sounds. I'm gonna power through this. It's gonna work. Oh my gosh. That's what I was thinking. The whole gym was staring at me, and it was a little bit embarrassing and a little bit shameful at the moment because I knew very well that that was not the approach, not the strategy I should have been using, and oh well. Now I laugh at it and I embrace this moment as a beautiful lesson that I learned from jiu-jitsu and something that it brought to my life on and off the mats. So, on the mats, I learned about leverage that night and how instead of attempting to dominate with sheer strength and lose, there's a much easier and successful way, surprisingly enough. So the best way to approach an obstacle, just like approaching an opponent in jiu-jitsu, is by first conserving energy. So conserving energy, being patient, not panicking, not overthinking. This is something that jiu-jitsu taught me very well that works on and off the mats. So don't get me wrong, I still gotta work on these things. It's not like I'm perfect at them. So #work in progress. We all got something we're working on still, right? But just as in life, if you get out of control, you are leaving too many openings for mistakes and for your opponent to possibly strangle you in jiu-jitsu or possibly break your arm or finish you or something. It's kind of extreme there, but just think about it as in life with obstacles. So start by remaining calm. And of course, this process takes more time than pushing or powering through or going after it sometimes. But even if you succeed in that way, you're probably often, by being patient, going to be more aligned with the goal that you're trying to reach. And in my case, that was survival at the time. So with each calm movement that you take, it will force your opponent to give a little more until you find the opportunities to ease out of the position that you're in, or find the position, or be aware of the positions that are possible, or all the opportunities that are possible that come into life. So eventually, you will find enough space to escape or to find that opportunity or see that opportunity if you don't let up. Persistency is key. Consistency is key. These cliches exist for a reason. And also I'd like to add the skills of patience and awareness and also going with the flow or being water, my friend, thank you Bruce Lee, are part of the game of strategy. But also needing to be prepared for what's to come, but also not rushing into anything. These are all great things to keep in mind for strategy. Instead of using brute strength and obvious power, use the power of leverage over strengths. But I remember there I was, coming blindly in my unforgettable Hulk-like approach, attempting to power through, expecting to muscle past my opponent, which I might add, he was a Japanese professional boxer, so I don't know what I was thinking. I laugh now at how carelessly courageous, let's say that, I was carelessly courageous that I was, and how very off I was on my strategy. Oh well. And I can still see the oh hell no stare that I was receiving from one of the senior senseis, informing me with his disappointed stare that I was doing it all wrong. I felt it, but I saw it there too. And yep, he so kindly pulled me aside that night just after that scene, and kindly, like I said, but sternly, he lessoned me about leverage. And I find this to be such a beautiful realization. It was one that I would take several years to automate in my jiu-jitsu practice and in life, but one that changed my life and it was such a dang powerful lesson. And this lesson was one that can be a reminder for all of us about how to approach the many obstacles in life in general, because we can't force jujitsu and we can't force life. So another thing that I'm reminded by this is Ryan Holliday, in his book The Obstacle is a Way. He so eloquently stated this, that being trapped is just a position. It's not a fate. You get out of it, whatever it might be, by addressing and eliminating each part of that position through small, deliberate actions, not by attempting, not by trying and failing to push it away with superhuman strength. So I say it again, we can't force jujitsu just as we can't force life. So think about it. What are you possibly forcing, and what could you step back from, have a little more patience for and acceptance for, and be okay with where you are and not rush it? Wishing you so much goodness and progress in whatever you're working your way towards. Thank you for listening. Have a beautiful day.